I love the location of this chapter. I really do. It kind of reminds me of the catacombs in chapter 7 of the first game.
Where is this place?
But ladies and gentlemen, right there you were just introduced to the Fire Wankers. That's what I'm calling them. And needless to say, with a name like that, I'm not too impressed by them. Personally, I think they're absolutely diabolical.
Welcome, Caesar. You have come for answers. I am here to help.
What was that?
The thing you need to know about the Fire Wankers is that they have an attack which is basically a homing attack that you simply cannot really avoid. You can if you run away, if your stamina's full, and if you're lucky. But it's very, very difficult to avoid at all times, and sometimes they just hit you. And there's not much you can do about it. But also, the reason that they're horrible is because a great tactic for anything that's fast and dangerous in Evil Within is to shotbolt it. But when they are ignited and when they are on fire, they are much stronger and more invulnerable to any kind of attack. But also, when you go to stomp them, you will be burned. Now, Sebastian doesn't really react to it that much, but it takes a lot of health off you. At least, I'd say 25-30% health. If you hovered over them and you're next to them and they're on fire, you're getting burned. And it's horrible. It is horrible. And it's timed, but I'm not sure how long it lasts for. All I know it's obnoxious, and when you're fighting groups of them, let's say you're fighting 3 or 4 of them, a couple of them might be on fire and a couple might not be. They're very annoying, and I detest them. A decent strategy against them, see ya, is to harpoon them in the leg. It's not a strategy you've seen me do very often because it has to be insanely precise. If you're playing on another difficulty other than Classic, get used to doing that, harpooning them in the leg. They'll fall over and it's a great strat. But on Classic, I just can't afford the miss, you know. I cannot afford it. So the freeze bolts for the Firewalk in Chapter 13, which is completely infamous, and no doubt people are very intrigued to see me do it. Or anyone do it on the... Well, this isn't my first playthrough, obviously, but any kind of walkthrough, guide, let's play, whatever it is. It's just infamous, like I said before. But we are going to want to take care of these two motherfuckers here. And in fact, all the enemies lying around, I'd just recommend to kill them with the harpoon. Nothing's going to happen until we get the crank for this thing. There's a few dudes here. And I've actually gotten used to doing a speedrun strat here, where you basically... You still have to harpoon the 2 guys at the gate, but everything else you leave alive, you use a smoke bolt, you run and you sprint up until where I'm aiming, where the candle is, and the witch will come out of there. If you time it right and just jog this way, once you get to the gate over there, she won't notice you. But this is very, very finely poised, and RNG can change things and fuck you over. Now, I do have an axe, and because I have an axe, I'm going to actually not do that. I'm going to do the loud and proud method, which will involve killing the witch, because I just want to get rid of all the enemies here. I want to get rid of all the Lost as well. You see how futile the guns are in this game, honestly. The thing is with that strategy I just said, that guy there will break out, and he followed me around that corner, and I ended up getting fucked over, and it kind of ruined the speedrun, so... I don't really have this part down to a T, I'll be honest with you guys. But you are still, by killing these one by one whilst they're in the cells, you're lowering the numbers, and you're making sure, quite simply, that this is nowhere near as dangerous as it should be. So there are 3 of them still here. He's not going to be easy to hit with the sniper, is he? This game's gameplay, guys, it's just subpar. It's sub-fucking-par, guys. Seriously. Subpar.
Looks like I can use this.
But I'm basically going to be killing these 3 guys. The witch is only going to spawn when you walk past that place. And I'm going to be hitting her with the axe. And trying to self-kill her if I can get to these 3 guys quick enough now. Fuck that. Doesn't even react to the gunfire. There's actually 4 of them as well. But here's a trick. I just forgot about that. But it won't necessarily kill them. Hey, that's the second time the shotgun's done instant damage like that. On classic mode, I don't really think that you can risk going for the bottle kills, you know, throwing the bottle at the faces. It's very exact. It's typically easier on PC than it is console, but it's just not something I'm going to fuck with. Now, unfortunately, one of these bellends has escaped, which means I'm probably going to have to go a bit loud and proud here. The witch is going to come out now. There he is. If I throw a bottle, he's going to be alerted to it as well. But I'm going to trust how retarded... No, I'm not. What you're basically seeing, guys, here is me being caught in more than 2 mines. That's bullshit. What the fucking hell? I've made a fucking tactical decision game. This game doesn't like tactics though, like the first Evil Within. Get blown up, you fucking cunt. Whoa, what's with this guy's face? Got some scars on his back. I've never seen an enemy with a face like that. Whoa. But yeah, this has been horrible, this part, but... These enemies are just... I think they're really, really, really badly done. in many ways. They're not optimized. Whoa, he's alive, I think. They're not optimized very well. They're too fast. They're too strong, and you don't have enough to deal with them. I just think they're a terrible enemy, guys. But at least we've got a key, some gunpowder, some metal pipe from doing it the load and prod way. If you want to see it done the stealth way, like I said before, I'd recommend watching the Jigsaw Killer's Guide. It's the obviously the most popular guide probably on YouTube, and for good reason. Didn't think I'd initially go for that upgrade of the pouch with the crossbow, but because if I didn't do it load and prod, I wouldn't be able to get into there, you see. It'd be way too risky, but whatever. But yeah, what made me so angry there was the fact that she ran so fast past the explosive bolt, it never even went off. What the hell is that about? Seriously, what is that about? How is that even possible? Oh, I'm getting angry. Getting angry even think about it. But in these side doors here, some very nice ammo and loot indeed, I should say. But I tell you what, if I didn't have... Ooh, 2 smoke powders. If I didn't have the axe there, I would have been even more nervous about that. And it probably would have taken a substantial amount more to kill her. Maybe another explosive bolt, a shotgun shell and a sniper bullet perhaps. All them. Oh, I didn't expect that to happen. Just be wary of that motherfucker getting up, ladies and gentlemen. However, the guy on this bed here will not get up unless you check out the resonance point. And of course, on Classic, there's no point in doing that anyway. So don't worry about him. What I will say about Jigsaw Killer's walkthrough of this, though, is it's 3 hours, 15 minutes long. And it's the kind of walkthrough that's kind of like, I can do this, so you can do this. And he's right. In many places you can. But I think sometimes you've got to slow it down a little bit to help people out.
Only by descending can you rise again.
But yeah, we're going to be introduced here to a very hard fight with 3 of the fire guys. It's our first proper battle with them. And the best strategy you got is to put down a shock bolt and just hope that they're not on fire.
You lost everything. Your failure to gain led to inaction, which led to despair. And despair led to self-destruction. You are your own downfall.
We're going deeper underground. Far too much motherfucking panic in this town, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I've just noticed that I have not stopped this video, and it's on chapter 9, so I'm going to have to splice them in 2. I'm a moron.
You are a failure. Your daughter was lost because of you.
Feeling fine. Feeling fine.
You hold the key to easing your torment. I can guide you to the lock.
Who are you? What do you want with me?
Yeah, but guys. Feeling fine. Great little Easter egg there.
You cannot change your past. You can only embrace it. Go toward it. Don't avoid it.
Something that I hate about this game is the fact that the person's name who is speaking is in front of what they're saying. I don't get that. Why? Do we need it? Is it necessary? Then again, are these guys necessary? No, they're not. But they're still here. When I saw these guys in the promos before the game was released, I thought they were so cool. And then I played the game and realised they're a piece of shit. So he isn't on fire, they are on fire. I wouldn't be able to stomp them. There's the charge attack. He's now on fire, so he's got more HP. Fucking hell. Look how futile the fucking guns are on this game. Seriously, guys. Look how futile the guns are. Futile. How much ammo was that? How much ammo was that? And no one came to watch this walkthrough on YouTube for my observations and my thoughts on it compared to the first game. Because a lot of people probably will just be here because they're a gamer, and this is just another game to them. But the reason I'm doing this is because it's a very important game to me. The first game is. And this kind of gameplay is why this game is nowhere near as good as the first game. Now, I know nothing's upgraded, but on this game, there's just no payoff for playing intelligently with the guns. You've just got to stealth kill everything. Not on classic mode, but on your first playthrough. Trust me.
Stefano defied me. Became a thorn in my side.
That went well up until the last guy. I didn't want to use another shot bolt, basically.
You will be rewarded.
Stefano. This guy knew him.
But of course, your situation might be different, guys. You got a few spare harpoons and there's only one fire guy. Then I'd say take your time, run away from them, and try and use a harpoon. I didn't want to, though. So we've got a little puzzle here. Show you how to do that nice and simply. Got a key up here. And we've nearly got half the locker keys now. Like I said, we'll probably get 5 or 6 more before the game ends. Ugh. And there's 4 wheels here. And first of all, you want to turn wheel number 2 to the left twice. Wheel 3 once to the right. Wheel 1 to the right once. And wheel 4 to the left twice. Very dramatic there, ladies and gentlemen. And you can't skip this as the blood gets towards the gate and opens up for us. And of course it is the religious cult motif, I do believe, the symbol. But we're right at the end of chapter 9 now. Wow, according to the Elgato, this video has been going for an hour, but like I said, I've kept chapters 8 and 9 together. I've not separated them, so probably about half an hour each, I guess, maybe. But we ride at chapter 10 now, and in terms of location, it's going to change up big time. After a cutscene, which we will be skipping, of course, we will come to a cabin in the daytime, and we'll be met with a strong feminist woman. No, we'll be met with Torres, and we're just defending ourselves against hordes of enemies. And it's one of the hardest fights in the game. It's pretty horrible. There are shitloads of them, and then there is a witch, and then there are 2 demon dogs. There's 1 explosive barrel in there, which I'll probably be saving for the witch if I can manage to do so. But remains to be seen if I can. We make shitloads of smokes. I'm going to make another explosive. I'm going to make quite a lot of harpoons. This fight isn't good for the harpoon bolts, though, because I find it hard to aim, as you've probably seen with the harpoons on this game, and you don't have that time to relax and pick your actual place to aim and shoot them. But anyway, 61 herbs, 316 gunpowder, made a few sniper bullets there. This is a horrible, horrible fight. Heart's racing a little bit. It can only be classic mode. It can only be true survival horror. Let's do this shit. But okay, yeah. I'm going to end it here, guys. See you for the cabin.